went live today. I mean, like a few seconds previously, and I was just trying to find some tools that would help me make this a little bit more interactive. So I'm going to just tap here a question so that if anyone pops in, I might answer this. Cool. So, hello everyone. If you are watching from the how is it called? It's very late at night, so I might just lose my words in English. However, I welcome you to this live session that I'm gonna be talking about avoidance, and mainly it's gonna kind of continue with my video that I just posted yesterday. And thank you for the views and thank you for your reactions. I really appreciate them, and it means a lot to me. And to kind of add on to that video, there is one aspect in life and in our characters that I can call avoidance, and it is like vastly connected with beginnings, with avoiding to begin something, and this, like, our behavior and this like feeling of I want to avoid something. First, it never ever will solve anything, but I believe that we all kind of know what that means. But when you are avoiding to, I don't know, start something, to start like a new brand, or to start doing something that you really love, when you are avoiding, oh, I didn't tap on that start Q&A. So, hello, this one person, hi. So if you want to answer the question, what have you been avoiding lately, if that interests you, go for it. However, what I was talking is, if you are avoiding something that you know you would be very passionate about, and you're avoiding it because maybe someone would judge you, maybe someone would give you advices that you don't even like. No one asked for them, but they're gonna make sure they're gonna give you some advices. This type of avoidance is just going to eat you from the inside out. This type of avoidance is the one that it's your intuition talking. It's your intuition talking the truth and the real stuff that you really want. I have a first comment, Davy Boy, hi. Good morning, evening, anytime you're watching this. A girl in my school that don't stop talking to me all the time. Okay, I get it. I get it. If you're coming with this, approach, go for it. And I absolutely got you and understand. But, you know, when you're trying to avoid something, maybe even you're scared a little bit, maybe it's traveling somewhere in a new part of the world, maybe moving into a new part of the world, staying there, facing all the challenges and everything. It's truly something that, even the fact that it got into your mind somehow, like there's so many stuff in the world that could come to your mind. Why this, like, why the fact that you should move out into a different city? Why the fact that you should start painting? Why the fact that you should go again to college? Like, why not? Why this idea got into your head? This is the first question. And I firmly believe that once you got an idea and you have this, like, let's say, this electric feeling and this electric moment, like, damn, I might just like discovered something in me. You either you're gonna avoid that because you're gonna say like, oh well, but what others would say, oh well, but I'm currently working full time. I don't have the time to start working on that idea. Even though it really like sounds in my head like a freaking jackpot, but I can't afford it time wise or financially. If you're gonna avoid this idea, like because of these, external reasons, it's gonna eat you literally up from the inside, because it's already discovered, this idea in you, and you know it, you cannot unsee it anymore. And this will you will bump into this idea on so many corners of your life. And I'm telling you that there is gonna be the time when one day you're going to realize, oh shit, that was the thing that I wanted to do always. Oh shit, that was maybe painting I wanted to do always. Maybe it was I wanted to teach other kids in the school. Maybe I had this dream of doing something and I was scared and I avoided it because of these silly reasons, like what others would say, because of the silly reason of, oh my god, I'm in a bad city, okay, so just move out. It's either going to be throughout your life or it's going to be literally on your deathbed, because one day you will really have to be honest with yourself. Hi, Al Khalifi Alif. Hello. Where are you watching? From what country are you watching? Hello, what's up, Daniel Luz? Wow. Hello. Hi, what's up? I'm from Europe. Yeah. So I'm currently, it's like midnight, but okay, Alif, logged in. So what I was talking about is any time you're going to have this like pop in the idea and in your head, you don't lose it. Like, don't even hide it. Don't try to hide it. Don't try to lie. Like, don't try to lie to yourself that you can just rationalize your current state, your current job, to avoid any idea that was just so freaking, like, it might have been your calling, it might have been your purpose if you were just discovering it a little bit more, a little bit deeper. And if you applied the courage and if you build the self-trust and the confidence, it would, like, it would make sense. Maybe it would make sense like 10 years later, but it would make sense. And 10 years isn't that much if you just look at life expectancy. Like, 10 years is nothing to realize and to find out whether, okay, this idea that just got an insane electric feeling in my body, maybe like never happened in my job, never happened when I got my freaking PwC job, never happened. But I don't know, I'm not like, maybe it's worth those 10 years for that feeling, because like it's crazy how intuition really is just always on point when you got your belief systems right. That's like a very important thing to remember also, because if you were influenced by your parents and they have their own beliefs and narratives, your teachers have their own narratives, television and the people, even freaking Disney movies. Everything around you is somewhat influencing you if you want it or not. It's just what it is. And the fact that you might have been taught one way of doing things, well, that doesn't really mean that it is the right way, of course. I think we all know that. And we all know that there might be like gazillion of ways how to do one thing. And there is also a million different ways how to live. And the fact that you inherited the narrative doesn't have to be that it's good for you. So, and these beliefs, they are going to shape you and shape also your intuition in a way. This gut feeling, it's also like, it's no surprise and there's no coincidence that it's called the second brain. The enteric nervous system is truly connected with neurons, and it is like a communicating whole system throughout your body. Hello, Peace. Oh my god, I love that name. I don't know if it's your name, real? Maybe? But yeah, it is just something we should all focus on in the first place, honestly. And it's funny how always when I talk about something, hello, Rahul. I'm just talking currently here, and I'm just making videos here on YouTube to talk about authenticity, alignment, and that is everything that I'm going to talk about. Got it? And so it's funny how every time I talk about almost anything about internal belief systems and the self concept, it always comes to one first step, and it's the awareness. Like, it's truly just the fact that we have to just realize that nothing is as it is, actually. Like, nothing is as we used to do things. It might have worked, but there are many, many more ways how to do things. There are many, many way more things where to live, many ways where to, how to make money, many ways how to meet people, many different ways how to do everything. And so that's just really something we should realize in order to become more aware and become more curious and become more, I don't want to say skeptic, but kind of like to become a little skeptic about everything. To a point, it's always something beneficial. Like, if you're gonna be skeptic about you know nowadays the system, it is not a bad thing to be skeptic and to be curious and to be wanting to know more. And so the same thing, as I just said, being skeptic and being curious, we can apply to our lives. And like this, we can actually ask, okay, so if this person is giving me advice on, I don't know, deep dive, if I want to go and just swim and dive in the ocean, okay, is this person somewhat qualified to give me any advice on that? Or is he just talking his fears on me and trying to, make me to his picture of how he wants me to be? So, this is just a tiny reminder that any avoidance, okay, so we've again came to the conclusion that awareness is the most important thing. But with this first step, with the awareness, we also get to realize that avoiding anything, it won't do it. It won't do. Like, today I just had a presentation and it wasn't like many people, it was like 10 people maybe. And I know that from my elementary school, let's say, or from truly my childhood. I don't know what is the feeling, but I was always, now when I would be speaking in front of others and there would be like no table in front of me and nothing to hold on, I would start to shake. Like it was just truly always inside me. And I'm gonna stop and read this comment. Lately, I've been avoiding talking to toxic people who gossip about others. That's awesome. That's awesome though. Like definitely once this is also interesting. If you appear in like in the circle of toxic people, I think that you can feel it. I literally think there's a different freaking energy. I don't want to be like this woo woo person. I truly just know what I feel, and I truly think that everyone, if we would be just more mindful, maybe mindful, yeah, and if we were just more in the present moment, I bet that we can feel whether once we like go into the room, we can feel how the energy is and we can feel what the conversation maybe was about. Like, let's just put it into an extreme: haunted homes or haunted, hospitals. You can literally, like, there is different type of energy, as well as mountains in Nepal. Definitely different type of energy. So you can always feel how they, like, what's been happening. And so definitely it's amazing that you've came that far, that you already realize that it is no good to be just around toxic people and talking to them. If you have to work with them, just very like eliminate it. And if you don't have to work with them, if you don't have to be around them, like choose not to be. Like definitely, we, like, this life is just so short to waste time like on negativity. And definitely it takes a lot of courage. So really, like, give yourself credit to having the courage to actually recognize this pattern and to recognize, like, okay, I can do better. Like, this is not me. And like I've also lived through this, what you just described, many, many times in my life. And even though I felt after maybe more lonely, it was always like a sign of me getting the courage and of me like telling the life that I deserve more. So good for you. Perfect. And yeah, keep it up. Be yourself, and like you're gonna be magnetic as hell. So perfect. So back to the avoidance. Once you would be avoiding, maybe let's just put it this way, that you would be avoiding something, like something you want to do, but you're not maybe having the courage to start, even to see yourself starting something new. Maybe if I've just like couple months ago started to do acting, like to visit acting classes and to attend the school. And I truly like felt so embarrassed to kind of do these exercises of what actors do. And it was weird from beginning, but I knew, like, this feeling what I was just describing a few minutes ago. It was this feeling, always this magnetic or this like rush of energy. And your body will tell you if this activity, if this path is for you or not. I'm not saying that I'm gonna be an actor, but I really do love it, and it really helps tremendously in so many other areas in life, and it's fun. And this is the hello, Clovis. Hi. Um, so it truly helps with so many parts in your life, and I just love it. But it was weird. Like it truly was. I also experienced the phase where I was avoiding to go on that into that class to kind of be a beginner again in something so new and something so much unfamiliar, something where I would be truly uncomfortable. But it didn't take long for me to get comfortable more in this acting class. And even though we were doing so embarrassing stuff, like it was just like it was truly funny. If someone would be just taking videos of us, what we were doing in that class, we were like barking, we were doing some crazy, face expressions. But at the end of the whole like month or two that I was taking these classes, at the end, I was so happy that I took them. And of course, you usually are. Like, you barely, if something is better for you, if something would improve you, you barely are angry you took any class or you went for that run. You barely are angry on yourself when if you went to the gym to just improve your physique. So usually those are the things that we don't want to do, maybe because of exposure, maybe because of others' judgment. But there's nothing like other people's judgment if we decide that there is like that it is not that valuable, let's say. Of course, if you got a judgment from someone from his expertise and you would be trying to be in that expertise as well, you might as well want to, might be like coached by them, and then you better like follow those advices. But otherwise, if it's your family, if it's someone who would be just, you know, if it's someone who would be just trying to like be clever and be smart, there is no way to um, there is like no good thing to be influenced by it. So yeah, definitely what is the result out of this is find people. And I'm also like kind of continuing with the comment that Peace left here. Yeah, like leave toxic people and really get serious about your circle. Like get serious about who you are showing up in front of, who you are like keeping next to your back, and who are you speaking to daily, who are you listening to, what are you listening to, and what is your like informational diet. I feel like anything we consume so many things nowadays, as well as food, we consume information. And I would definitely recommend for all of us to go on like a consuming information diet. It's not like a detox, it's literally just eat less of that information, if we put it like very much metaphorically. And so that our mind would be a little bit clearer, and so that we can realize maybe who is truly our supporter in life, or who is the one who is just like watching by. If he wants something or needs something from you, he will make sure he just texts you like, how are you? And then he will need something. Those are just truly like energy stealers. And these people also, it's very easy for them to gossip behind your back. So truly, I know that a lot of people are in a rush nowadays, but like being in silence and just stopping for maybe like 20 minutes to just kind of sort out, like, okay, how did I get there? Okay, like, what is my circle of closest people? Does everyone meet my criteria? Do I even know my criteria? What am I like watching? What type of movies, or am I even watching movies? Am I even watching news? What type of news am I watching? And you don't have to like make like a freaking 8 foot deep analysis on yourself, but definitely just when you're gonna have a morning coffee or anything in the morning, you can just reflect. And I think that this is the power that we hold in our hands, but a lot of times we just forget about it because we're just so consumed by our deadlines and our monthly reviews with boss and meetings and all this stuff. So yeah, I think that it's time for me to go to sleep. If you will have any other questions, don't hesitate to I don't know if I can write it somewhere here. I don't know. But don't hesitate to follow me on Instagram as well. Or not follow me, but like just if you have more questions, just find me on Instagram. It's the same username as here on YouTube, Edith Calls. And just send me a DM and we can talk about anything in a more depth. Because right now, girl's going to sleep. So to anyone who's been here, to all these 2 people, hi, good night for me at least. And thank you for being here. I appreciate your time so much. And bye. Stay awesome.